Hello and welcome. My name is Kenneth, and today I will be showing you how to quickly export some props from 3D Studio Max to Unity. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so today I'm just going to be making a real quick box, nothing special. Let's make it 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet, nice and square. Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and add a material to it. Let's make our own. Just go to the desktop where I have a checker pattern. Look at that. It's readily available. Okay, and here we go. You can see nothing special. And let's go ahead and start with the exporting process. So there's many ways you can export. You can either use export, which is actually going to bring your whole scene out, or if you want to do export selected, which brings out just what you have selected at the time. If you're ready to export your whole scene, or if you export your whole scene at one point and you want to come back because, say, one of the props doesn't look as well as it could look, you want to make some changes, you can just open up your scene again, isolate, the prop, work on it, make changes, come over here, export that exact only prop. Okay. So, text box. We're going to export it as an FBX. Now, most people work with FBX or OBJ. I know OBJ is used for the Unreal Engine, but Unity Engine uses Autodesk. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save this, just overwrite it, and you're gonna export with embedded media. So that's gonna take any textures that you have attached to it. If you're exporting a character animation, I would highly recommend that instead of using the CAD system, you actually develop your own bone system. It's much easier and it works a lot better in Unity, since the CAD system is a little bit more proprietary to Max. And we've all had issues where we've been rigging, and all of a sudden you make one wrong move and the whole rig goes crazy. You gotta start all over. There's no way around that. Okay. You can also bring your animations with it. So if you have a walking animation, your character jumping, and all your animations will be exported with the character, and they'll be readily listed on the side. Okay, but that's for another tutorial. Okay, so let's make sure we have embedded media clicked, and okay. And just like that, you have exported your box. Okay, let's go over here to Unity. Now, if you've never used Unity before, Unity's free. It's a great program. You can take your models, your props, anything really into it. Mess with real-time lighting, and it's just I personally think it's just an overall great way to view your models. So if in case you're working with a team, they're doing video games, it's a great way to look at your models in Engine. Now it might vary if you're using your own proprietary engine, or even if you're using Unity, you want to see what it's going to look like once it's on screen. You can bring it in, mess with the lighting. I'll show you a little bit of that. Location of the items, shadows, whatever you might have. Okay, so we're going to go up here to the menu bar, and we're going to go down, and we're going to import new asset. Okay, and then we're going to go to our box, toolbox, testbox.fbx, and see here, our test box came in as a prefab. Okay. It's got an avatar to it, but it doesn't really matter. That's just in case you had animations to it. Say the box rolled, or it tumbled side over side. Here's your mesh, and here is your completed product. Okay, so here, let's go. Let's put this into here. Actually, here, let's move the camera a little bit close to it. A little too low. Okay. And as you can see, what's in the scene setup is actually being shown in real time in the game window, so we can see the changes as they happen. Okay. Now, if for any reason you bring your box in, and it's not there, your texture is not attached to it, but you have your box. Oh, sorry. You have your box mesh. You can bring your box mesh in by itself, and there we go. See? And you can just go into your FBM file, bring out the material, and attach it. Simple as that. Okay, let's go with our box. We're actually below the 0 line, but that's okay. Actually, let's bring them both up. Bring them up above our grid lines. Okay. And so as we can see here, there's no lighting. The box is very, very grayed out. You can just create. Let's do directional. Shadows work best with directional lighting. Okay. And so even though it's set up behind the box, as you can see, regardless of where it is, the lighting on the box does not change because it is directional lighting. So all the lighting is coming from this direction up here, this way, even if the icon is behind it. So there's no need to worry about that. Okay. And so we can go into here. We're going to change the intensity of the light. See it go up and down. There you go, like that. Box is kind of low. Let's bring another box into this. And the only reason this is happening is just because I'm in a really weird angle right now, trying to show everything happening. Okay. And we'll just bring this box a little bit forward and a little bit down. Move this back a little. There we go. Okay. And this is where we start messing with our shadows. Okay, so you can just click your lighting up here, or you can actually click it in the scene. Selections are made, camera, directional. Okay, so we can go with shadow. We can go with hard shadow. Okay, and that's the strength of the shadow. Bring it up. Sort of mess with the shadow because the lighting is coming from the top angle. But as you can see right there. Or you can use a soft shadow. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's increase the intensity a little, so you can see the contrast between them. Okay, and as you can see in our top scene, there's a little shadow up here, shadow on the sides, shadow on darker here. Okay, so you can go ahead and do this. You can see how the shadow's changing. Turn the text box. Play with the lighting. Okay, let's go back to the lighting and increase the intensity, or turn it off. Let's leave it at, let's go to 1. Sorry. Okay, and here we see the strength of our shadow. But since we are using soft shadow, you have more options to play with. So you can do that. You can do a little bit of, if it's a fully hard shadow, or you can turn off the softness, and you can play with the fade on the shadow. So you don't want any fade at all. Set it to 0.01, 0.1, sorry. You want a little bit more of a shadow, set it to 5. Okay. You want to play with some of the lighting. Your item's going to be in a red room with red lighting. Play with the intensity. There you go. You still get the shadow. Again, the hardness. You want to sort of turn it down a little. Sort of where the light's coming from. Turn up the intensity. Okay, let's go back to white lighting. and that's a real quick way to export small uh, props, bring them in, check them out, make changes. And what's good about Unity is that as you make changes and they're saved out of Max, um, there we go, back to Unity. They actually update in real time in Unity. So once they're saved, you come in, click around the screen, and it's actually going to make the changes. So if I change the texture that I used in the box, it's going to actually replace this texture in here with the new texture. If I draw a line through it, you just have to make sure that your naming conventions are the same. So if, you know, if I had named this, you know, box checkerboard material, when I made changes, the update to box checkerboard material would also be made in here, and then they would appear on your screen. So it's also a great way to see what little changes happen with your lighting, shadowing, detail on your models as it changes. Okay, and that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope everything works out well for you guys. I will be putting out more tutorials a little bit later. I will also include a rigging, and we can check out Mechanim, which is Unity's built-in animation system. You can even share animations across multiple different models. That way you don't have to keep changing the way the animations look in Max. You can come in here, change your settings, how far the arms fall on the side, different things like that. I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for joining me.